3 habits, raw and relentless, carve a man from the ordinary into the unbreakable. They're not taught in classrooms or praised in public squares, but they're lived by those rare souls who face life's storms without flinching. These habits aren't easy. They demand grit, discipline, and a willingness to confront what most avoid. But if you're ready to rise above, to become a man who stands tall when the world crumbles, then listen closely. These are the habits that forge strength, and they're yours to claim through Wisdom Waves Aura, where we dive deep into the truths that shape unbreakable lives. The first habit is mastering your mind. Every morning, you wake into a war. Emotions, anger, envy, fear, desire don't knock politely. They invade. They creep from the shadows, whispering lies that feel like truths, urging you to act, to speak, to react without thought. Most men fall prey. They let these feelings steer their soul, crashing into walls of regret they never saw coming. But not you. You stand guard over your mind like a sentinel at a fortress gate. You don't lash out when rage boils. You don't crumble when fear grips. You pause, you breathe, you observe. This is your power, not in loud reactions, but in the cold, unyielding discipline to remain unmoved. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who rose from slavery, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom isn't giving in to every impulse, it's the strength to resist. Each time you tame an emotion, you forge yourself stronger, like steel tempered in flame. You become untouchable not because you feel nothing, but because you bow to nothing within. This habit, it isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about commanding them. It's about choosing when to act, not being dragged by the whims of your heart. Imagine the chaos of a day. Someone cuts you off in traffic. A coworker disrespects you. A fleeting temptation pulls at your focus. Most men react, letting the moment own them. You don't. You hold the line. You decide. And in that decision, you build a mind that no storm can shake. Wisdom Waves Aura explores this daily battle, offering tools to sharpen your mental edge and stay in control. To practice this, start small but deliberate. When anger surges, count 5 seconds. Breathe deeply, let the heat pass. When fear whispers, pause and name it. Observe it like a cloud drifting by. Act only when your mind is clear. Do this daily, and you'll forge a discipline that makes you unstoppable. The world will scream, but you'll stand calm. A man who owns himself. This is the first step to becoming unbreakable, and Wisdom Waves Aura is here to guide you through every moment of that fight. The second habit is embracing the grind. Comfort is a silent poison. It weakens your body, softens your will, and clouds your vision. The world preaches ease, avoid pain, dodge conflict, seek the path of least resistance. But here's the brutal truth. No man grows strong by avoiding what makes him stronger. Seneca, the Stoic who stood beside emperors, wrote, "In times of ease, prepare for difficulty." Strength isn't found in comfort. It's forged in resistance. So you choose the hard path. You wake before dawn, not because you must, but because you can. You push your body running farther, lifting heavier, enduring longer, not to impress others, but to prove to yourself you're alive. You say no to temptations, not because they're not sweet, but because you know their cost. Every choice to embrace discomfort is a brick in the foundation of your strength. There's no power without pain, no growth without struggle. While others sleep in softness, you live in fire. You run in the rain, sweat through the heat, and grind when every muscle screams to stop. This isn't about masochism. It's about preparation. When life's storms hit hand, you'll stand ready because you've already faced the fire. Wisdom Waves Aura delves into this mindset, sharing stories of men who've turned discomfort into their greatest ally. Think about it. The man who lifts weights doesn't grow strong because the barbell is light. He grows because it's heavy. The runner doesn't conquer marathons by staying on the couch. He conquers them by pounding pavement until his lungs burn. Every day, you have a choice. Take the easy road and weaken, or take the hard one and grow. You choose the cold shower over the warm bed. You choose the extra rep over quitting early. You choose the difficult conversation over silence. These choices compound. They build a man who doesn't break when life presses down. To start, pick one uncomfortable act daily. Wake up an hour earlier and move. Skip the dessert. Tackle the task you've been avoiding. Each choice is a vote for strength. Wisdom Waves Aura challenges you to make these choices, to live in the grind, and to emerge stronger than you ever thought possible. The third habit is embracing voluntary solitude. The world is loud not just with noise, but with distractions, chatter, and the endless hum of digital applause. Most men drown in it. They surround themselves with screens, shallow talk, and hollow connections because they're terrified of facing the one person they've avoided their whole life, themselves. But you walk the other way. You seek silence, not to escape the world, but to confront what it hides. In solitude, you strip away the masks. No audience, no validation. Just you and your thoughts. This is where strength is carved. Musonius Rufus, the teacher of warriors, said, "If you accomplish something good with hard work, the labor passes, but the good endures." Solitude is that hard work. It's a mirror that shows your weaknesses, your fears, your truths. It's a battlefield where you wrestle with who you are and who you must become. Most men flee this fight. They fill their lives with noise to avoid the quiet, but you embrace it. You sit in stillness, letting the silence reveal what's real. You sharpen your reason, listen to the voice within, and clean the mirror of your mind. While others chase distraction, you chase depth. Wisdom Waves Aura celebrates this pursuit, offering insights on how to harness solitude to build unshakable strength. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's power. It's where you meet yourself without pretense. It's where you ask the hard questions. Am I living my values? Am I becoming the man I respect? In the quiet, you find answers no crowd can give. You don't need the world's applause to know your worth. You don't need constant chatter to feel alive. You find strength in the stillness, because that's where you forge clarity. To practice this, carve out time, each day, no phone, no noise, just you. Start with 10 minutes. Sit with your thoughts. Write them down if they overwhelm. Let the discomfort of silence teach you. Over time, you'll crave it. You'll find it's not the absence of strength, but its birthplace. Wisdom Waves Aura encourages you to make solitude your ally, to use it to build a mind that sees clearly and a soul that stands firm. These 3 habits, mastering your mind, embracing the grind, and seeking solitude, are your tools to become unbreakable. They're not flashy. They don't win you likes or applause, but they build something far greater. A man who controls himself, who thrives in hardship, who knows himself. This is the path Wisdom Waves Aura lays out. A path walked by the few who dare to live differently. You rise early, not because it's trendy, but because it's discipline. You stay calm when the world screams, not because you're cold, but because you're in command. You train in hardship, not for glory, but for resilience. You seek silence, not to hide, but to grow. Each habit is a choice, and each choice is a step toward power, not over others, but over yourself. The world will tempt you with ease. It will offer comfort, distraction, and instant gratification. Let others chase it. You chase control. You chase depth. You chase the man you are meant to be. Because if you don't fight for your soul, who will? Wisdom Waves Aura is your guide, your spark, your call to action. Start today. Hold the line of your mind when emotions roar. Choose discomfort when comfort beckons. Seek solitude when noise surrounds you. These aren't just habits. They're a way of life. They're the difference between a man who breaks and a man who stands. You're not here to be ordinary. You're here to be unbreakable. Every day is a chance to forge yourself. When you master your mind, you don't just resist temptation, you become the one who decides your path. When you embrace the grind, you don't just build muscle, you build a will that no storm can shake. When you seek solitude, you don't just find silence, you find the truth of who you are. Wisdom Waves Aura is more than a channel. It's a movement for men who refuse to settle. It's a call to live with intention, to face the hard truths, and to build a life of strength. The world needs men who don't flinch, who don't fold, who don't run. It needs you. So take these habits, live them, breathe them, make them yours. The path isn't easy, but it's worth it. Because in the end, the only thing that matters is the man you become. Unshakable, disciplined, unbreakable. Join Wisdom Waves Aura, and let's forge that man together.